Many Shinto shrines in Japan are built in forests, and the forest is not just the background, it is part of the shrine. To many people outside Japan, a shrine may look like a religious building placed inside nature. But in Shinto, nature is not only where the shrine stands, it helps make the place sacred. That is why so many shrines begin in the woods. To understand this, you have to begin with one idea. In Shinto, the sacred is often found within the natural world. In mountains, in rivers, in waterfalls, in old trees, in places that feel powerful, ancient, or alive. That is part of the meaning of kami. Kami are not just gods in the simple sense. They can also mean sacred presence. And a forest can hold that presence. That is why shrine forests matter. A forest does more than surround a shrine, it prepares you for it. Before you even reach the main hall, the space is already changing. You leave the road behind, you step under trees. The light grows softer, the air grows quieter, and by the time you reach the shrine, you are no longer entering it in the same state of mind. That is important. Because in Shinto, sacred space is not created only by a building. It is created by approach, by boundary, by atmosphere. That is why the torii matters. A torii gate is not just decoration, it marks a threshold. It tells you that you are moving from the ordinary world into a sacred one. And when that gate stands at the edge of a forest, the meaning becomes even stronger. You are not simply entering a religious site, you are entering a different kind of world. A world where the trees, the path, and the silence all matter. And that helps explain why forests appear so often around shrines. The forest creates a boundary, the forest protects the feeling of reverence, and the forest reminds people that the sacred is connected to nature itself. In many parts of the world, religion is often imagined as something that happens inside walls. But Shinto often feels different, because the sacred is not only housed, it is approached. And sometimes it is already there before the building appears. That is why a shrine can feel meaningful even before you pray. The path matters, the shade matters, the sound of wind in the trees matters. All of these are part of the experience. So why are Japanese shrines built in forests? Because in Shinto, the sacred is not only inside the shrine building, it lives in the approach, in the atmosphere, in the boundary between the human world and something greater than it. The forest is not outside the religion. The forest is part of it. So the next time you see a shrine standing among trees, do not think of the forest as decoration. Think of it as the first part of the shrine. Because in Shinto, the way to the sacred often begins in the woods.